I always felt different. I know that's a very cliche thing to say, but I did, and I do. I always felt like I was more mature than the other kids in school. Like I had a better understanding of the world around me, my life, my place in it. Maybe that's because I came so close to ending it. But if the world showed me that I wasn't alone and that I could be honest, then maybe I wouldn't have struggled so much. I've dealt with mental disorders and illnesses my entire life, and many others have too, because 1 in 5 teens have a mental illness. I remember one night in 3rd grade, my mom was up late, desperately trying to help me with my math homework. But when she looked up to see if I was paying attention, I was dancing around the kitchen. Yeah, and I don't mean just a little tappity-tap-tap here and there. No, I mean full-on performing the Nutcracker. Forget the Carolina Ballet, just come to my kitchen, honestly. Yeah, so last year I was finally diagnosed with ADHD. My ADHD was blindingly obvious, but no one ever thought anything of it because I did well in school. Until I didn't. In 7th and 8th grade, I was in the pit of my depression. All of the feelings I had inside me, from endless years of bullying, drama at home and drama at school, were now surfacing for the world to see. In reality, we're all wearing masks. And you may think that you're being honest, but are you really? It was like I was living in an endless Disney world, where I was the villain. I was wrong for feeling bad. I mean, every once in a while, someone would have a bad day, of course, but still, I was always the odd one out. Now, chartreuse is a color. However, most people have absolutely no idea what color it is, including myself. You can look on Google and you'll find about, endless answers, honestly. Chartreuse can be used as an analogy for how we feel. Sometimes we know how we feel. We may feel something bad or something good. We just can't exactly label it. Just like how we know that chartreuse is a color, we just don't know exactly what it looks like. This chartreuse feeling is part of why I'm fine has become the go-to answer. I mean, you don't want to open up too much to strangers or burden others with your problems. But at the same time, this I'm fine, just constantly saying, I'm fine, don't worry, is creating isolation. And this isolation is behind most common mental illnesses. Not just that, but when we isolate ourselves like this, we're getting rid of the opportunity to form deeper connections with one another. The dictionary is about this thick, not to mention all of the endless languages there are in the world. And yet we still keep saying, I'm fine. Are you going to carry the same conversations? What are you doing? Oh, nothing, I'm good. How are you? I'm fine. Or are you going to start using other adjectives? But the thing is that I know it's not that simple. I've been in that position, trust me. It's not that simple because it's so deep and personal and it feels so real. Other than obvious physical features, there's a distinct difference between humans and other plants and animals. It's that humans feel very deeply. Claire Wineland is a fellow TED speaker who died last year as a result of her cystic fibrosis. She knew from a young age that she was going to die early. And the thing is, with cystic fibrosis, you can't really put a date on it. You can't really gauge when you'll die. The Grim Reaper simply just comes knocking on your door one day, and you can't control that. Of course, it's death. But some people might make a bucket list of things they do before they die. Have it be cancer patients or people who know they will die early, or just simple, regular people like us. Seems like something you'd ask when you're on a date, right? Oh, what's on your bucket list? If you could travel anywhere, where would you go, right? But Claire understood that life wasn't crossing something off the list. She understood that life was feeling, and that's human life. It's feeling everything as it comes, letting human life happen and humanly responding to it. She said, "There's no way of living that can get you out of feeling the kind of despair of being alive. We all have pain, and this pain often tears us apart. So instead, let's use it to bring us together." Thank you.